Hey up, now then.
Andy!
Yeah, I'll be in a minute.
Joints
I'll sort it out for you
aching.
now. Give me a sec.
I don't feel well. Andy!
Are you wanting some of that, the green stuff?
I feel terrible. Will you make me some GT85 soup?
I'll bring my thermometer in, so you might have to flip over.
A nice sponge.
Here you go, Heidi. Have some of this, this'll make you feel better, love.
I'm all hot and sweaty.
We'll get through it together.
The back end's all dribbling.
Here you go, baby.
Something wrong with my back passage.
Hey up, now then. Hope you're alright. I thought I'd do this video just to give you a quick update on what's happening with the bike. A lot of people have been reaching out to me on social media asking me good luck and things like that. Well, the bike's booked in on the 4th of May down in Farnham because I actually bought the bike online at ebikes.co.uk, I think it was. So I've got to take it down. It's like almost a 500-mile round journey for me to take the bike down. But obviously we've got the slight issue with the, well, we'll get into that in a minute. Their bike engineers have actually had a look at the video. They said they're not sure whether it's actually the bearings on the motor or whether it's the hub, the rear hub, or the rear freewheel hub. So we will find out. But the reason I want to take it down is because a few people have been having problems on the Haibike forum with paint scraping on the rear triangle. Now, I need to get this off my chest. I've been getting a few negative comments, even some nerd on Facebook asking so-and-so would like to send you a message. I answer it, and then I get a load of shite off him, calling me a snowflake and all this crap. And I was going to put his name up, but I'll just say to him, come say that to my face, mate. Yeah, I doubt it. But I've had a few other comments saying that I should close the channel, that I'm an idiot because I don't know any basic bike maintenance. And you'll notice on the channel, there's not many in-depth how to do things, such as sorting your derailleur out or bleeding your brakes and doing things like that, because I don't feel I'm giving the right information out. Now, the few people on the e-mountain bike forums brought up an old video of mine about the brakes, where I managed to fumble it up and I put the rear rotor in between the two discs, the two brake pads on the back. And when I went for a ride, I thought it was just muck and dirt on those rotors, and I went for a ride and blah, blah, blah. Apparently, I am bad for the e-mountain bike industry because I put off new riders who don't know enough about e-mountain bike. I think that's completely wrong. I think you're completely coming down on the wrong side of the angle. My experiences here on the channel
are what somebody who's just bought an e-bike and doesn't have a vast knowledge of mechanical abilities or able to identify what the problem is.
What I'd done, told me I was a fool. I learned, and now I know how to do it. This is all part of the learning process. So I don't want to hear all this garbage about I should close my channel. I've had people saying I'm clearly not passionate about what I do and I'm looking for a way out. It's not bloody jail, mate. I haven't signed a contract to say I'm forced to do YouTube. My God. I've had many mountain bikes. I've had Trek, Muddy Fox, Orange Crush. What else have I had? Claude Butler. I've been riding for a long time. I just never really got into the maintenance side of it because I've got friends who do it, who fix my bike, and a mechanic, a good friend of mine, who always sorted it out. So admittedly, call it lazy, call it whatever you want, but I always prefer to get it done professionally and try and botch it and do myself.
Many of you have suggested I put my bike on a bike stand and actually get in and have a look and turn the cranks and see if we can replicate the noise. Now the problem is that when I put it on the bike stand and I turn it, zero sound, zero issues. The bike runs as sweet as it did the moment it came out of the box. It only really makes the noise once the bike is under pressure, and there's pressure on the cranks and on the pedals. And I have checked all these bolts around here to make sure that there are no issues, which on a side note, it seems a lot of Haibike owners on the All Mountain 7, there are some cracks appearing around here, and Haibike seem to have admitted that there is an issue, as even my local bike shop has sent me some info. Now in here, I've checked this, there is one bolt on the outside, but you must check there's also a second one on the inside, which is an 8mm Allen key. You've got to make sure that both those are tight and all the bolts around the outside are nice, sweet and flush. It's very hard to identify where the sound is when you're riding. It sounds like it's coming from the motor, But the more people I speak to who've seen this video, they all seem to feel that it's definitely going to be the rear hub or the rear freewheel hub. All these have been checked. Now, I don't care what anybody says. I don't expect that hub to wear away after less than 500 miles or 400 miles. It's somewhere in between. When my friends have got trials bikes and things like that, and they can run them all year long, cost less than this bike, and they have very, very few issues on anything barring chain and the odd little thing like that. So I think I'm in my right to say nearly a £6 bike. I expected the parts to last a little bit longer. Yes, this is a beast of a machine, and we put it through hell when we go out there. Everything moves and creaks and squeaks. But when things are tightened and other people on the internet are having problems, such as the head stem rusting and things like that, it makes you wonder, really, are these components the best they can be for the price that we've actually paid for it? And I think I'm in my right as a consumer to say that, even though a lot of people don't seem to like that comment. I paid for it, so I've got a right to say what I want about the components on my bike. A couple of people on the e-mountain bike forums also mentioned about the water ingress and me going through the stream up at Bingley Bash. Well, I'm told that Sam Pilgrim actually did a video where he dunked his bike completely underwater and lifted it up and said, hey, all's okay. So I can't actually find that video. If anybody knows which video that is, please do show me, because the motor, I haven't had any, touch wood, problems with this motor since I actually got it wet months ago now. So I don't think that has anything to do with it.
So there you go, we've cleared that up. And one last thing I want to say is thank you for all the so many nice messages that people have sent me about the bike, saying they're gutted for me, and under no some circumstances have I to quit the channel. I never really was. You may hear me grumbling a few times on these videos. That's because you get in your mind that you're going to go for an epic ride and everything's going to be amazing. And when it turns out to be a Douglas herd, it's very, very disappointing. So my last note here will be, you all know I love e-mountain biking, and another massive shout out. There must have been at least 4 or 5 people on Facebook and various social medias where I pop up like a bloody fool, offering to lend me a bike until I get my Haibike back. It's just an amazing feeling to know that you've got some supporters out there who want to help you with the channel, and thank you every one of you for offering to lend me a bike. I can't thank you all. I may have missed you a few. I had that many messages coming in. It's really been like a game of ping pong. It's become clear that you can put all the positives up all you want on these videos, but the moment when there's something I don't understand or I mention something about this, you basically get your head bitten off and flamed to death. Now, the last video, yes, I said, Haibike, what's up with this motor? The rest of the video, I didn't state it was the motor. In fact, I said it could be a few other things. But as usual, like everything in this world, such as gaming and things like that, there's a certain brand or something that people like, and so much as utterance something, or you get something wrong, you get absolutely mauled. So there we go, a little bit of a vlog, not really a rant, but you've got to have your haters out there. People downvote me within 20-30 seconds of me putting a video live, but you know what, if that makes you happy, you live your life and do what you want. In the meantime, I'm out of breath. This is what you get when you don't go on your mountain bike. I'll see you in another video coming real soon. Neighbours looking at me like I'm mental. Thanks all for the support, it means a lot. I should be updating you on the state of the bike and the vlog. You can follow my journey. Better get back to my social media messages.